Outrun is a strange series of games. From the original arcade classic with a simple but solid gameplay, beautiful visuals and an awesome soundtrack, to Turbo Outrun, a different approach to the original idea, with a more linear style. But when we get into Battle Outrun, it's where the things start to get strange. The game is very straightforward, with a list of rivals that you have to take down, a soundtrack that it's alright, and although the game is from the Master System, I could easily imagine it running on one of these, especially when compared with Outrun Europa. Not that it looks good though, but at least the soundtrack is more interesting.
Yo, Outrun.
In the Commodore version, because in the Master System, not saying that the game itself is interesting. In the three versions the game looks very bleh. Something that I can't say about Outrun 2019. Yes, if you couldn't tell by the name, this game takes place in the future, where we use jet-engined cars and translucent bridges.
You're gonna crash! Ah!
The soundtrack is very nice. The gameplay it's enjoyable, kinda difficult, but enjoyable. But not as enjoyable as... If Turbo Outrun was a different approach to the original game, Outrunners it's just bigger and better. Better graphics, a two-player cabin so you can reach your friends more easily, more cars from other manufacturers to choose, and remixed versions of the original soundtrack, which reminds me a bit of Burning Rubber and Toe Jam and Earl for some reason. But enough references. At the end of the day, as good as I think this game is, it wasn't enough to be a threat for the competition. More specifically, and as you're probably thinking, the series was thrown into the fridge for a bit. Until... Outrun 2 for me, it's more of a remake of the first game, with everything that we already saw, but updated for 2003's arcades. But the consoles also received a port. I mean, a lot of them. Outrun 2, Outrun 2 SP, Outrun 2 SP LCDX, Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast, and Outrun Online Arcade, which the 2006 version is my favorite. Not only because it's the version that I played on my PS2, but because it's also available for the PC. And lucky was I, because this version has more cars and extra stages from Outrun 2 SP. And they look gorgeous, with that colorful visual style that just screams from the early 90s to early 2000s. And speaking of early 2000s, you know what RD stands for? Unlike the original Outrun, here you have way more than just one Ferrari to drive. 30 in total, 15 stock versions and 15 racing variants, going from the Dino and the 365 Daytona to to the end of Outrun. But to unlock those, as well as the stages, tracks and paint jobs for your cars, you will need to earn money or mileage by completing events that go from the obvious Outrun mode that can be simply described as
Get ready.
you are here, and you have to make your way to the end of the route before the timer runs out. But remember, left it's easy, right it's hard, so take a Ferrari, that gun of yours, turn the volume up and... And this is Ryan from Crash FM. Time attack mode, that it's just a time attack. Flagman, races where you have to start in the back of the pack and you have to finish first. In Heart Attack, your girlfriend will give you challenges that you have to complete to get a higher score, like passing cars, hitting a beach ball or ghosts, and things like that. To be honest, I never really liked this mode, that's why I couldn't unlock the other two girlfriends, which is a shame because...
Damn, son.
This game has an
Extra thick.
soundtrack. I was going to say soundtrack. 29 tracks in total, from Outrun, Turbo Outrun, remaked versions of those, and some new ones. And yes, the game also have remixes of those new tracks. Guitar remix, era remix, and even instrumental versions that I forgot to unlock for some reason. And people these days get upset with microtransactions. Imagine having to buy another console and another copy of a game that you already have, and then you have to play a downgraded version of said game to unlock the exclusive content, so then you would be able to carry it over to your main console. And as you might expect, I don't have a fucking PSP! God, this killed so much of my joy with this game. It was like a direct hit.
In the plum.
But even with this issue, I can't stop liking this game. It's so relaxing, good looking and fun. But after being injected with so much Sega racing juice, I have to say, it's kinda addicting. So if you excuse me, I need a martini. Shaken, not stirred.